Well, I was raised as a Roman Catholic, and I had my goal as a young man. I thought about becoming a priest.
Oh, okay.
And when I became a little bit older man, decided that wasn't the way to go. And a few of my friends and my brother were looking into alternative ways at that. The age of the 60s was one where you were questioning society, you were changing things all the time. And we started questioning people's understanding of the Bible. And at that age of 12 and 14, in this age, I started reading the Bible for myself and with my brother. And we thought that the way modern Christianity was going was not in line with the teachings of Jesus. And then we also discovered things like that the Muslims believe in the same God, and that they believe in Jesus and Moses and Abraham. So that was hard for us to grasp. And we started looking into Hinduism, and we got books and we read books, and we formed an informal brotherhood of investigation, so to speak. And one day a friend called and said, look, there's a meeting, there's some people called Baha'is, come along and have a listen. And my brother and I and another friend went, and when we heard the teachings of Bahá'u'lláh, we thought, these are what's right for today. He recognized that Christ is from God, that his station is the Son of God, but that Muhammad was also from God, and Moses and Abraham and Buddha and Krishna, and that a new messenger from God had come, Bahá'u'lláh. And we believed it immediately and went and told our parents, and they laughed. They thought it was a bit funny. And then when we got a phone call later on, my father got quite upset that we were looking into it and thought it was something strange like communism or something. So we ended up being kicked out of the house for a couple of days.
Oh, really?
And,
you and your brother?
Yes. And when we came back, it was all quite secretive for a while, until such time that my mother came into my room when I was 16 or 17 or so and said, you don't have to hide your prayer book anymore. And
that was how many years later?
That was a few years later.
A few years later.
So when I was 18 or 19, I was doing a lot of Baha'i things and going to university, and my parents accepted it, and they were quite pleased that that happened, because it kept me out of the scene that my friends went down, drugs and all that sort of thing. And as far as an influence on my life, from that age I read a lot of things, the history of the Baha'i Faith, the most important letters that were written in the 30s and 40s about world order and world civilization. These things were always in my mind, because the world is in such turmoil, and I thought that the Baha'i message has the answer to all these things that are happening in the world, the negative things. It was a very positive response. And the more I studied the faith, the more it influenced my music. I remember, for example, when I was 16 or 17, and my brothers and my I guess you call it heavy metal band. Back then it was called acid rock. We were writing songs about the day of God and all these sorts of things, but with a very heavy metal sound.
That must have been interesting.
So the Baha'i Faith has always been in my mind for writing. When I started studying jazz, I wrote pieces that were influenced by the faith in some way, or music itself, or by science. And now I write a lot of choral music using the Baha'i writings.